Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, English Stories. I'm Jasmine, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. On this channel, we share beautiful and engaging English stories that will inspire and entertain you. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Now, let's get started.
My hard life story. My name is Elena. I am 32 years old. I live in a small apartment with my husband and my 3 children. Life was not always this difficult, but now every day feels like a heavy burden on my heart. Before, I had a job in an office. I worked hard and I was proud of myself. I helped my family with money. I felt respected. But everything changed when a new boss came. She was always angry. She spoke to me in a rude way. She never appreciated my work. Every day I went home tired and sad. One night I told my husband, "I cannot continue like this." He said, "If you are unhappy, leave the job." So I listened to him. I trusted him. The next day, I quit. At first, everything seemed okay. I stayed home. I took care of my children. I cooked, cleaned, and tried to make our home peaceful. I thought I was doing the right thing, but slowly, things started to change. My husband began to complain. He said, "You are always at home. I work all day. I am tired." His words hurt me. I wanted to say, "I am tired too." But I stayed quiet. Money became a big problem. Bills started to grow. The children needed school supplies. The house needed repairs. But I had no money. I had to ask my husband for everything, even small things. Every time I asked, I felt smaller. My mother-in-law also spoke harshly to me. She said, "You sit at home and do nothing." I wanted to tell her how hard I work every day, but I knew she would not understand. From morning to night, I worked without rest. I woke up early. I made breakfast. I prepared my children for school. I cleaned the house. I washed clothes. I cooked again. But no one said thank you. Sometimes I looked at my old clothes. I remembered the days when I could buy something for myself. Now I could not even think about it. One day my husband said, "Why don't you find a job? We need money." His voice was cold. I felt pain in my chest. I said, "I am trying." But inside, I felt broken. I started applying for jobs. I went to many interviews. Every time they said, "We will call you," but no one called. One evening I came back from an interview. The sky was gray. The wind was cold. I walked slowly. Tears filled my eyes. I felt like a failure. At home, no one asked me how I was. Everyone was busy with their own lives. At night, I sat alone in the kitchen. I drank tea and looked at the wall. I thought, where did I lose myself? I remembered the old me, the happy me, the strong me. But now, I felt like a stranger in my own life. One morning, I could not get out of bed. My body felt heavy. My heart felt empty. I did not want to move. My husband shouted, "Where is my breakfast?" I covered my ears. I wanted silence. After everyone left, I sat on the floor and cried. I cried for a long time. No one saw me. No one heard me. That day I did nothing. I just tried to breathe. When my husband came home, he looked angry. He said, "What did you do all day?" I looked at him and said softly, "I tried to survive." But he did not understand. That night I went to the window. I looked at the sky. The stars were far away, but they were still shining. I thought, maybe I can shine again too. The next day I made a small promise to myself. I said, "I will not give up." I started again. I searched for jobs. I wrote applications. I improved my skills. It was not easy, but I kept going. I also started to take care of myself a little. I rested when I could. I told myself, "You are still strong." After many days, I got a phone call. A company wanted to meet me. I felt nervous, but I went. I spoke honestly. I showed my effort. I showed my heart. A few days later, they called me again. They said, "We want to hire you." I could not believe it. My hands were shaking. My eyes filled with tears, but this time they were happy tears. When I told my husband, he smiled. He said, "I am proud of you." It was the first time in a long time that I felt seen. I started working again. It was difficult in the beginning, but slowly things became better. I had my own money again. I felt independent again. My children smiled more. My husband became kinder. Even my home felt warmer. Life is still not perfect. There are still hard days. But now I know something important. I know that I am strong. I know that even when everything feels dark, there is still a small light inside me. And that light will never die. This is my hard life story. Thank you for listening. If you liked this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more emotional English stories. See you next time.